1:14 left in the first quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs
right
if they were in the East.
Williams can't hit. Philadelphia trails by 8 to the middle. Curry can't get it to go.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Good.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
Kicks it to Russell. Sinks that one from the post.
And he can be devastating with that little hook shot of his.
And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Millsap. Curry with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't.
Now Maravich. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
Comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And if I keep working each and every year, I've gotten better. You know, if I continue to just keep working, I've seen improvements.
Year-by-year improvements until the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
They've got Olajuwon. Curry is out there with West, and it's LeBron James, and it's Bird in at the small forward position. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The drive by Malone, and it's blocked by Curry. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. The Jazz, number 1.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was the head of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Bird. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Gobert with the block.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving count.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Russell, he's checked in for Olajuwon. Irving comes in for LeBron. Durant's checked in for Larry Bird. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for West. And Utah with a change here, too. Boozer's checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Tipped away. Stockton with it. He's picked up by Irving. Stockton kicks to Millsap. And Stockton, here we go, misses the layup. Philadelphia trails by 11. Right side Curry. Back to Irving. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Durant. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
And as competitive as Durant is, you know, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league.
Here's Irving after Carlos Boozer's score. Outside Irving. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And, you know, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And, guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Boozer gets the bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And it's good. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Jazz leading by 7.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Here's Durant. Uses both hands to slam it down.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Jordan, he's checked in for Philadelphia. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Derek Favors checked in for Malone. Karolinko comes in for Paul Millsap. Maravich, he's checked in for Hornacek. And it's Williams in for Stockton. The Jazz have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Maravich. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And Dr. J slams it in.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
The putback, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive boards, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The hustle's great, guys, but I think we all prefer to see the finish when you can go up and throw it down like that. I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Now here is Kirilenko. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Olajuwon's checked in for Russell. James comes in for Kevin Durant. Larry Bird's checked in for Irving. And West subs in for Kyrie Irving. And Utah also making a switch. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Carlos Boozer. Favors with the screen. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Nobody near Williams. Had the space there, but it's offline. Bird, the pass to West. No one near James as he lets it go. Another miss by Philadelphia.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try to lean.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Jazz out in front, up by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Carlos Boozer. And Carlos, this is a game that's had some back and forth. Does their approach require adjustments?
Yeah, they're a great team. I mean, we came out great in the first 5-6 minutes. They came back, and then we fought back. We didn't hold our head. You know, we're very resilient. So we're going to keep fighting to the end.
Carlos, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, they're generating points in the paint, which I like to see. Too often teams fall in love with the 3, and the defenses can key on that. You want to keep your offense unpredictable, which is why you need to establish a presence inside. Once you do that, then you can play inside out, and you've got the defense right where you want it.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives the team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you got to ride them, cowboy.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. One guy has been getting it done is the machine.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Philadelphia trails by 5. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. They've got Stockton. Malone is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Andre Kirilenko. And it's Maravich in at the 2. Now Stockton. Jerry West missing from long range. Pass to Malone. Can't capitalize on the good pick.
And with room like that off the pick.
Greg, they executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Stockton. Pete Maravich misses his last shot. Stockton dishes to Malone. Inside, Gobert, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Philadelphia shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Olajuwon, no good.
Been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
Malone kicks to Maravich. Count that one. Maravich has got 6 points.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
From deep, James. Rebound by Stockton.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. In third, the Jazz.
Kevin, they were both great all last season, were these teams. I mean, they were terrific at blocking shots. I mean, not only did they have 1 or 2 guys, everybody seemed to get into the block party with these teams.
Philadelphia trails by 10. James outside. 14 feet away, and that one goes long.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Irving against Stockton. Malone a screen on West. Kirilenko the pass to Stockton. Gobert. That's